Welcome back to the channel, guys. I wanted to do a review video on the GTA 26 garden pruning saw by Stihl, and I was trying to figure out, do I want to do a video cutting sticks or carving or detailing? What do I want to do? And it would probably be best to do one cutting sticks first, but I think we're going to do that second. We're going to jump right in and attempt to carve a little bear out of this log right here. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to stick around. Alright guys, like I said, I'm going to use the GTA 26 by Stihl. If you saw my last video, I was excited to get this and just kind of went over it really quick. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up top here. You guys can go back, check it out, and then come back to this video. Anyway, the plan is to just try it out. I haven't cut anything with this yet. I mean, I've turned it on and messed around with it, but I haven't cut anything. Now, I know this isn't a real chainsaw, and I know everybody's like, dude, you're dumb because it's not a real deal chainsaw, and that's fine. But I want to see what it's capable of doing for the things that I'm going to use it for. So, first thing I want to do is just see if we can carve up a small little bear here. Some simple cuts, kind of like blocking, and see if we can add some detail to him and, see how it turns out. Just something fun. First thing we got to do, though, is get some drops of oil on this chain. As I said in the other video, this does not have an oiler. There's no oil reservoir, there's none of that, but they give you this oil, and recommend you just put a few drops on the chain. Now, looking at the oil in the bottle, it does not seem that thick. It's not compared to like the regular bar oil that I use. But it seems like it'll get the job done. Now maybe I can use some other oil, or maybe I'll just continue to buy the multi-oil bio from Stihl for this specific tool, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Alright, she's all oiled up. I'm going to see about making these first cuts. I'm going to try to leave the guard on for now and just see how that, that works. I don't know if it's going to be in my way, but we'll see. Let's see here. First initial cut, not bad. Back of the head for the bear, it's going for an ear. Come in over here. So this is pretty fun because it's just something totally different. But I mean, you guys can see we're blocking a bear out, right? We got his ears, the back of the head's already cut. Now I foresee this being a problem because I can't make my up cuts due to this, so. Alright, ears are done. I think I'm going to get rid of that guard. I don't recommend you guys do. It's all about safety, being safe. There's a reason it's there. For me, though, I feel pretty comfortable with it already, and it's kind of in my way and cumbersome. So at some point, I'm just going to probably remove the guard so it's out of my way. Right now, I'm pretty excited. I mean, we are just carving a little bear. We've got a few cuts done already. And let's see what this battery looks like. Battery's still on full, so it was on full when I started. I got it fully charged this morning to make sure it was good to go. Let's see here. We're gonna make our cuts for the nose. Get rid of those. And get that head kind of roughed out and start working down on the body. If we can, we'll just do a full-bodied bear. Just a little guy. So. Now this piece of wood is not green. This is really dry pine, so it's a little bit tougher to cut than when it's green. And I mean, right now we're making some pretty clean cuts considering. Now I get it. I know this is not what this tool is meant for. It's meant to do sticks and limbs and clean up and garden pruning sort of things, but come on. Cool little chainsaw. We got to use it for what we want to use it for, right? That guard keeps getting in my way. It's probably saving my fingers. Maybe I will leave it on until I use it a few more times, but it is getting in the way. So holding that guard up with my hand, I'm getting my fingers dangerously close to this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my saw wrench that's got the star bit on the end. And I'm just going to remove this real quick, and then we'll come back and keep carving. It's just getting in my way to do what I want to do. And instead of having my hand here, I would much rather have my hand here and make these cuts, or here and make these cuts. So yeah, give me just a minute, guys, and I'll be right back. Well, guys, I've got the guard removed, and so now I really need to be extra careful about where my finger placement is. I'm going to just put a couple more drops on the bar here. A few spots. Something to keep in mind is this thing is not like going crazy fast, so we're not just throwing bar oil all over. I do wish it had like its own little oiler, but it probably wouldn't spin quick enough to actually oil it. Now you do have to put this lever that's on both sides. You got to push that down with your thumb. Give her a squeeze in case you missed the last video. So right now we got his head done. We're working on the shoulders, neck, and arm area. So while this is a fun little saw, I can definitely see where you're going to get hurt. I mean, you want to, if you're used to running chainsaws and holding it, you want to just grab something here. So I can see where that guard is, you know, you guys should definitely keep it on. But hands should be up here, or keep both hands here. I mean, this thing isn't really throwing a ton of kickback. At the same time, it's throwing some kickback. So just some things to think about if you guys are, you know, thinking, wow, that thing's cool and I really want to get one. kickback. As usual, there's kickback with the nose of it, like any chainsaw. That's what I'm dealing with right there. Makes some really nice fur there for detail wise. Works pretty well. So I don't recommend this as like your first saw if you guys are just learning to carve. Like, get a real saw, get an MS-170 and start with that. This is kind of just like a, I don't know, a fun thing. I know I'd rather see people learning to carve with a real chainsaw, real battery saw, real gas saw before this, okay? If you were to purchase this, make this a purchase later on, you know, just to add to the collection of saws, or just as a little detail thing you can bring to places, you know, job sites or whatever. You know, it might even be good for power carvers. You don't have to have a big chainsaw. You can have this little thing in your shop. If you're a power carver, remove a lot of big pieces of material. I mean, power carving, you're gonna be doing stuff like this normally, smaller stuff with your power tools, but this might be able to get in, like I'm doing here, remove the big stuff, and then bust out your flex shaft carvers, your Dremels, and clean it up from there. So that's an idea too, that might work well if you're not somebody that really wants a big chainsaw. And if that is the case, then again, leave the guard on and keep yourself safe, because if you lose your fingers, that's, you know, it's going to be not just a bad day, but you're kind of going to be stuck like that forever. So just keep those things in mind. See where that battery's at. 1 bar left. We're not going to be able to finish this guy. like I just stated, I'm running out of battery power here. I've got 1 bar left. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna go as far as I can, and we'll see. I don't really expect this to last long. I mean, look at the battery on this thing, right? This isn't a real saw. You're meant to just do a couple little things, and I'm pushing it to the limits here just to see what we can do. Now, in case you missed the other video, this price is out at $149.95 before taxes here in the States. And the battery's included, charger's included, you get a little carrying case, and that little thing of oil's included. I asked them if I could purchase spare batteries, which I can, but the dealer didn't have them on site, so I didn't bother. I figured I'd wait, try this out before I spent any more money. But replacement batteries are, I don't know, 40, 45 bucks a piece. So I might actually get 1 or 2 later in the season, because I think this is gonna be a handy little tool. You know, you carve all day, block out maybe a bunch of little bears. For a lot of you newer carvers, your arms might be tired. I know sometimes my arms are like, boy, it's the end of the day, I'm tired. This might be a good little thing to just do some detail work. Maybe. We'll see. I really got to stress that safety thing, though. I like that guard, but it kind of is in the way. So we'll see what happens here. I might see about maybe ordering a second guard and then modifying it to be shorter. So if my hand were to slip up in here, it's still covered, but leaving the nose done so we can make upward cuts. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But I'm going to continue to try to get this guy done. You guys can hear my vicious beagle. I got to go get him in the house. I'll be right back. Alright guys, that's it. Green light's flashing, battery's dead. Being that lithium just stops dead. You let it sit a second or two, a few seconds, as you can see, and you get a little bit of juice back, but it's alright, I'm not going to keep monkeying around with it. I'm going to get this guy out of the vise here. These guys can maybe get a better look. So I just did all that with the saw. Not too bad for using it for the first time. You got a little tiny bear going, right? Still got to finish his belly, do his feet, kind of cut the back out. May or may not leave him connected to a base. Probably leave him on the base, you know, for stability. But this thing didn't do half bad, considering what it is and what it's actually meant for. I think it performed pretty well. You know, it is what it is. It's a pruner and I'm trying to carve with it. So what I am going to do is put this thing on the charger and let it charge, because I'm going to shoot a second video, and I think we're going to do a wood spirit next. So keep an eye out for the wood spirit video. That's going to be it though for carving the bear. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Really appreciate you guys watching. Really appreciate you guys giving me the thumbs up, hitting subscribe. You know, when you guys comment below, I try to answer everybody and get back to all of you, whether it's a thumbs up, a heart, or an actual comment. So keep those things coming. I appreciate that. And keep an eye out for the next video, you guys. Thanks for watching.